Hello, welcome to our BBS EdTech YouTube channel. Today, I will be explaining you about file path, how many types of file path exist, and what you can do with these file paths. How do you call them in your web pages, and we will be understanding about all this. Okay. So let's first understand what is a file path and what do you do with this. Okay. So a file path specifies the location of a file which you have inside a web folder structure. Okay. It's like an address of a file which helps the web browser to access the files. Okay. So there are so many files in your web structure, right? So it allows you to find which file you need, and it again gives the input which is present in that particular file. Okay. It displays that output. Okay. So file paths are used to link external records such as images, videos, style sheets, JavaScript codes, and much more things. Okay. So to insert any file, the source must be known in your file structure. Okay. So now let's understand that there are two types of file path which exist. One is the absolute file path and other one is a relative file path. So what is the absolute file path? The absolute file path describes the full address, that is the URL of the web page or image, whichever you want to call it into your web page. That is the absolute URL, absolute file path. Okay. And then again, when we move to relative file path, it describes the path of the file relative to the location of the current web page file. So whatever you are, whichever page you are currently, that is your current web page, right? So whatever file you are calling in there, how it is related to that particular current web page is termed as a relative file path. Okay, so let's understand this with our code, how we can call this. Okay, so let's move to our screens. The first one is absolute. So I have made a folder as a file path. Again, inside this, I have absolute and relative. So let's understand first what is absolute. So let's go inside the absolute folder which I have prepared and then move to index.html. Okay, here you can see there is a head tag under which I have given the title as absolute file path since we are learning about it. And then again in body, I have used an image tag, image for now for understanding. So I have called the image and then I have given the source of it. And then there is a all, so you can give anything there. It's not a big deal. Okay, so what I am doing here, I am calling the entire address of a particular file which I want to be displayed in this particular page. Okay, so let's check the output of this. So what is happening? You can check you can see the output. The title is absolute file path, and I have called this particular image from the address. That's why this is displayed. So this is an example of absolute file path where you are giving the entire URL of the image or anything you want to display directly onto the file, whichever you want to display. Okay, so this is the example of absolute file path. Now let's move on with a relative file path. So what I have done, I have made a folder of relative and I have made an index.html file. So in here, I have given the title as relative file path. You can give anything you wish to. And again in body. So let's first there are not two types, but there are two ways in which you can call in here the files. So first one, let's understand like a file present in the same folder. So what happens? There is an image, as you can see, fab icon png. I am calling this particular image inside my index.html. Okay, so this file, fab icon is related to index.html because it is in the same folder. Okay, so how we can call this is doing this. So I'll just show it to you how we can do. That is the image. So let's use the image tag And inside source, you have to give as dot and backslash. So you come to back to the files. Your index.html, right? You're inside index.html. So we put it one dot and one slash. We came out of index.html file, and now what are we have? Now again we can go back to index.html and we have favicon.png in the same hierarchy level. So since we want favicon.png, let's put this, and we have to do Control S. Okay, so let's uncomment this part for time being, since we are not dealing with this. Okay, and then let's check the output. Okay, so you can see file present in the same folder. Nothing but the favicon.png is present in the same hierarchy level. So it is in the same folder, that is relative. That is how you call it, any file or any image which is inside the same folder, or it is in the same hierarchy level. Okay, so now let's move to next one. Let's comment this out. Okay, so let's understand how we can. Okay, let's understand how we can call a file present in a folder above the current folder. So this is a folder which we are into now. That is a relative. And now we are calling an image which is under favicon folder as favicon.png. Okay, so how we can call that? Let's understand that first. So let me remove this and I'll show you from starting how we can do. So that's an image which I am going to include. So let's open the image tag inside source. So now we are presently into we are presently here index.html, right? So we need to go back to this folder and then call this particular image. So what we have to do is first we need to come out of this particular index.html to this level, and then to this level, and then again come back from that folder to favicon folder, right? So let's understand that if you put one double dot and backslash, now you are out of this particular folder. So now you are in file path. Okay, so inside file path again I have, so that's what it is showing. Now you are into this level. Okay, file path. So again we need to come back. Okay, so we have dot dot slash again. So now you can see you can go back to the favicon folder. So let's go to favicon folder, and here we have favicon.png, favicon1.jpg. You can call any one image out of C. So let's I'm just calling this for now, and Control S, and let's check the go to favicon folder, or you can go to FilePath folder. So our image which we are going to put, it is under favicon folder. Let's go inside this, and then let's call the favicon.png image. So it has been displayed. So let's check the output. Let's go there to check the output. So as you can see, file present in a folder above the current folder. That is, this is the image. So I had commented out this, so you can are not able to see this output. I just am commenting this. Okay, so the icon is basically same, but first what is happening, the file present in the same folder, and the next image which I am displaying is the file present in the folder above the current folder. That is, inside favicon folder, the image is there, and I am calling it inside this relative folder. So that's why we have dot dot slash to go back once, and then again dot dot slash to go back again, and then we have entered the favicon folder, inside which we have favicon.png. Okay, that is the image. So that's all for today's section. Today we covered what is a file path, what is absolute file path, what is relative file path, how we can use the SRC and SRC thing in the absolute, and how we can use it in the relative. So relative, and so that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Kindly share it with your friends if you find it is helpful, and please subscribe our channel. Thank you.